Hi everyone, this is Anita. Today I'm going to explain you on how to call the REST API, retrieve the result set, store the data into the Databricks Delta table. Today we are going to focus on the batch process. So batch process is nothing but the scheduled process at a particular interval. So here is the architecture that we have to build. The source can either be data from the batch data or the streaming data, and the data can be stored into the Databricks Delta, which is under the Unified Analytics platform. So all these delta tables can be combined together and do the transformation on that, and the final table can be used for rendering the real-time dashboard or the data visualization, or can be used in the machine learning models. So in order to achieve this, we are going to use API, that is some public API that we identified. So here is the API. Whenever this API is called, it is generating some random postcode information. So I'm going to take this as use case. So the Databricks has the job scheduler. Whenever the job scheduler is triggered, it is calling the notebook, Databricks notebook, that supports a couple of languages. And today we are going to use the Python library that calls the particular API, this random postcode API, and the result set is retrieved. After retrieving the result set, it has to be converted to the Spark data frame, and this frame is going to be stored in the Databricks Delta table. So this is going to be the entire use case. If I go into this postcode API, let me go through the API and show you a demo on that. So this is the final output that we are going to retrieve. So it is called every 1 minute, and if you can see, there are already 56 records have been retrieved because it has been running for the last 56 minutes. So here comes the API. So whenever you are requesting this API, it is generating some random information like the country, southeast coast, and the longitude, latitude, and all. So if I run it again, it is changing the region and the region and all. So I'm going to call this API on top of our code. So here is the notebook uh, that we have written the code on top of it. So here we are calling the API.postcodes.io API, and we are giving all the header information to authenticate. And here is the get method that we are calling to retrieve the result set. The result set is retrieved in the form of JSON, and it is going to be stored in the JSON data variable. So if you could see when you are running, this is the following information that we retrieve from this API. And after storing into the JSON data, it has to be converted into the Spark data frame. Spark data frame because Databricks is essentially built to run on top of this Spark data frame. So it has to be converted to this format. And finally, what we do is we already have a table called postcode test table. So this is a delta table that has a particular format and particular columns into it. So I'm converting my result set to this table format. Like it has the column called status, country, and the region, constituency. So this will be getting stored in this format. So finally, what I'm doing is I'm appending the data into this delta table called postcode test table. So this is the notebook information that we have. If you could see, it can be written in Python or Scala or SQL or programming language. So currently, if you could see, this is written on top of Python. And if you go above, this one is running in the SQL format. So we can, for each cell, we can define different languages and we can run this as a batch process. And here is the scheduler that we created already. It is running for every 1 minute. So if I go and check, this process has already been running. If I go and check and refresh the row, the count of records will be increasing. Like currently we have 56 records. So before starting this video, and if I go and see, like there are 58 records. So it keeps on increasing for every a minute, and there is a cluster running in the background. So this is how the batch process uh, retrieves the data from the API and stores it into the a delta lake table. Maybe I'll explain you further on how this delta table can be represented into the visualization format, or we can do some machine learning model on top of it and share you further results on it. Thank you. Thank you for watching.